Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first Rebels Radio of 2017. A happy new year to all of our listeners. Thank you ever so much for listening in. And if you can't make it to a Slough game, you know exactly where to come. You come to us here and we'll give you all of the action. Apart from the fact, obviously, that it'll get broken up by the fact that we have no real decent internet signal here, so it'll buffer a little bit, but hey. There you go. If you would like to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, my name is Aid. If you would like to contact us, if you're listening via the YouTube, you can scroll down. There's a comments page. Good afternoon to Marchacho, who's listening in already. And if you are on Twitter, it's at myfc of Rebels Radio. You can contact us there. Comes through to us here. And if the game's a little bit quiet, we'll give you a shout out of who you are and where you are from. Good afternoon, Robert. How was your Christmas and New Year? Good? He's good. That's what we like to hear. So, the first game of 2017 sees Sean Fraser, Captain Fantastic, reach 200 appearances today. So that's just to give you a little bit of a hint. He may well be in the team. There will also be a minute's silence today here before the game with the sad news that ex-Slough Town player and manager Steve Brown passed away yesterday after a battle with cancer. We send our thoughts and condolences to his family at what is a tough time. There'll be a minute's silence before the game, and we'll run through the teams with you just to let you know that today's match sponsor is the Barmy Army. Thanks for them for continued support of the football club, and if you are in any way interested in either sponsoring a game, or if you're a company, you would like a match board around the front, or you'd like to have your child or grandson as a mascot, lots of opportunities to be seen if you go onto the Slough Town website. You can see all of the sponsorship opportunities. I'll run through the teams for you for the first time today, starting with our visitors, who will be playing in claret and blue shirts with claret shorts and claret socks. Chesham United are our visitors for this Evo 6 Southern Premier League game. In goal for them is Ashley Jones. 2 is Benji Crilly. 3, Brett Longdon. 4, Matt Mitchell-King. 5, and captain is Darren Purr. 6, ex-Rebel Adam Martin. 7, Dave Pearce. 8, Matt Taylor. 9, Barry Hales. 10, Brad Watkins. And 11 is Ryan Blake. Substitutes for Chesham today are 12, Toby Little. 14, Sam Youngs. 15, Stephen Houghton Forbes. 16 is Taylor McKenzie. And 17 is Sean Rees for the Rebels. In goal is Mark Scott. 2 in captain, Sean Fraser on that historic 200th appearance for the club. 3 is Paul Stonehouse. 4 is Dan Hicks. 5 is Mark Nisbet. 6, Lee Togwell. 7, James Dobson. 8 is Simon Dunn. 9 is Chris Flood. 10 is Gavin James. And 11 is Warren Harris. Your substitutes for the Rebels today: 12, Josh Jackman. 14, Nathan Smart. 15, Lewis Putman. 16, Charlie Moon. And 18 is Nathan Webb. The referee is Mr. Lee Brennan. His assistants are Craig Kissy and Jair Alzate. So those are your teams. I will run through them for you again slightly before the game. And just to say that looks like a good crowd here so far. We're about 6 minutes away from kickoff. There have been some really good crowds around the non-league today. A bit of a South Coast clash between Worthing and Bognor. Had over 1,700 people there at that game. Won't be that many here today as we are limited in the amount, but it will be good to see just how many of those people do turn up. We'll run through the teams, the other games with you. There was a game that was played earlier today, and in the Southern Premier League, Dunstable 1-0 against St Neots, and the Merthyr versus Redditch game has been postponed due to a frozen pitch. So that game is postponed, and we'll give you updates if we can through the other games in our league. The other games in our league today has got some bit of a crackers going on. We've got Banbury versus Leamington, Basingstoke versus Dorchester, Biggleswade at home to Hitchin, Cambridge City versus Kettering, Chippenham versus Frome, Dunstable versus the 1 o'clock kickoff, Kings Lynn versus St Ives, Kings Langley versus Hayes and Yedding, Stratford versus Cinderwood, and Weymouth versus Cirencester. Those are your games for today. We'll keep you updated with those as well. And obviously that postponed game was the Merthyr game, so those are what is going on. We'll run through the teams with you again, just to let you know that this is the 159th appearance between the two sides, Slough and Chesham. Slough did win a League Cup game against Chesham last year, 3-0, but before that their last league victory against Chesham was on the 1st of April 2000. Yes, 16 years ago. The Chesham Hoodoo has hung over this football club. Slough haven't beaten Chesham in the league in 16 years. So can I get it right today? Well, they've had a season where they've beaten Redditch for the first time ever, where they've beaten Weymouth away at Weymouth for the first time ever. So can Slough change it, or will this Chesham Hoodoo continue? We'll give you all of the action. I just see the players coming out. There will be a presentation just before the game to Sean Fraser for his 200th appearance for the Rebels, and so there'll be something going on then, and we'll try and describe that. It's a gloriously sunny day here at Arbour Park, which means unfortunately the sun is right into our eyes. So until it starts getting a little bit cloudier and darker, which is roughly about 4ish, it'll be one hand blocking the sun, one hand with the microphone, and I won't give you any ideas about how I use the computer. So there you go. So we'll try and give you some shout outs, but we will try and just concentrate on the football. Hopefully a better first half for the Rebels than they had on the 27th against Hayes and Yedding, which although they won was a very poor first half from the Rebels. And we're just waiting for the players. I can just see them in the tunnel, the referee just waiting for some of the people around that area just to move out of the way. So we're just waiting. Here's lots of Chesham United scarf around, so they've made the short journey down, and it's going to look like it could be a good gate here today. So we'll keep you up to date with everything that goes on. We're just going to couple of minutes away from kick-off. Don't forget, we will have that minute silence before the game for the ex-Slough manager Steve Brown. I'll give you some more details about his career for the Rebels at half-time. So I'll run through those two teams again for you, starting with our visitors, Chesham United. In goal is Ashley Jones. 2 is Benji Crilly. 3, Brett Longdon. 4, Matt Mitchell-King. 6, and the captain is Darren Purse. 5 and captain is Darren Purse. 6 is Adam Martin. 7 is Dave Pearce. 8, Matt Taylor. 9, Barry Hales. 10, Brad Watkins. And 11 is Ryan Blake. Substitutes for Chesham United: Toby Little wears 12, Sam Youngs 14, Stephen Hamilton Forbes 15, 16 is Taylor McKenzie, and 17 is Sean Rees. As the players just start to come out to a warm reception from around the ground, both teams come out. And for the Rebels, in goal is Mark Scott. 2, and captain is Sean Fraser. 3, Paul Stonehouse. 4, Dan Hicks. 5, Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7, James Dobson. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Chris Flood. 10, Gavin James. And 11 is Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels: 12, Josh Jackman. 14 is Nathan Smart. 15 is Lewis Putman. 16, Charlie Wayne. And 18 is Nathan Webb. Your referee is Mr. Lee Brennan, and his assistants are Jai Alzati and Craig Kissy. So those are all the details. The players have just gone through their handshakes. So Steve Easterbrook is just going to pop out onto the ground here to present Sean Fraser for his 200th appearance here for the mighty Rebels. So just going for a little presentation thing there as Steve and Sean just shake hands, and Sean's mum and dad are here today. And again, there will be a minute silence for the ex-Slough player and manager. He managed the club from 98 to 2003, is Steve Brown. So there'll be a minute silence for him just before the game. And then we'll be back with all of the action as it happens. So it looks like that minute silence is going to come very quickly. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just crashed the system there, that minute silence. Chesham had the kick-off. They will be shooting from right to left. So the ball's here with Longdon. Longdon with the ball forwards. Free header there for Togwell. It'll come here to Gavin James. Gavin James just ducks, comes through to Longdon. Longdon under pressure from Warren Harris. Just does well to turn. Plays the ball down the line, looking for Watkins. Watkins takes it on his chest. Up against Hicks. And Hicks wins the ball, but it breaks kindly here to Pearce. Pearce running down this left-hand side. Chance to get a cross in. Early cross. Flicked onto the far post, but it'll be a shot. It's blocked, and it goes into the arms of Mark Scott there. And Slough, fortunate there not to go behind early there. Apologies there that we lost the system there, but hopefully we're all back and running. As Scott, long kick down the field, trying to find Dobson. It's gone straight out of play. It's a throw on the far hand side. Chesham take it quickly with Crilly, trying to find Watkins on that far hand side, in towards Blake. Blake just held up there by Simon Dunn. Comes back out towards Watkins, takes the ball inside, comes into the box, but Nisbet is there for Slough to clear up, and then launches the ball down the field, trying to find Flood. Flood holds the ball up to Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball in here to Warren Harris. Harris picks the ball up inside the centre circle, tries to play it out towards Togwell, in towards Fraser. Fraser coming forwards, plays it out towards Gavin James, holds the ball up at his feet, tries to play it in, still running with the ball. Across to Dobson. Dobson plays the ball out here to Dunn. Dunn to Togwell. Slough just being forced backwards a little bit from goal. Ball played into the box, trying to find Flood. Flood there up against Crilly. Flood will come second best of that as Flood is then adjudged to have fouled Crilly as he played the ball out. And it's a throw to Chesham United, about 15 yards away from there. I know it's given a free kick. Actually, sorry, it's a free kick here, and it'll be the goalkeeper Ashley Jones who will take this. And a huge kick here by Jones, trying to find Hales. It comes through to Nisbet. Nisbet's clearance only as far as Longdon, headed back in towards Watkins. Watkins trying to just flick the ball onto Hales, but it comes out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse clears the ball long, only as far as Pearce. Pearce just plays the ball in. It comes through nicely to Gavin James. Gavin James just forced wide. It's foot race here, and Warren Harris is first to it. He gets to the box before the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper does really well as Jones to come out. A little bit late seeing that there, but he decided to come out as Harris went past Longdon in the left back position. But some very good goalkeeping, and then Jones just flicks the ball out here to Pearce. Pearce flays the ball onto Hales. Hales ducks, looking for the run of Watkins, but will come all the way into the penalty area for Mark Scott, who just picks the ball up there before Watkins can get there. Slight injury concern regarding Mark Scott earlier today. He cut his hand open on an avocado Yes, you heard that right. While opening up an avocado, he went to A&E and had some stitches or something put in his hand. So he's back as Dobson plays the ball here, looking for James to chase up against Purse. Purse does well to hook the ball clear, but only out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And a throw just inside the Chesham half. And we'll try and keep you up to date, as I say, with some of the other scores from around those games inside. Ball comes in here towards Togwell. Togwell forced wide towards Fraser. Fraser takes a touch back in towards Togwell. Togwell looks up and spreads the play, looking for Stonehouse. Stonehouse heads the ball on, looking for the run of Simon Dunn. Beaten to the ball by Purse, and again he's determined to try and lose one of those balls in that new stand that still hasn't been built yet. And Purse with another high clearance straight out of play. Throw taken quickly by the Rebels, looking for Simon Dunn. Comes cleared by Crilly. Touch there in towards Nisbet. Nisbet brings the ball up towards James. James tries to leave it in, but it's cleared in the end by Mitchell King, and it's a foot race here for Watkins. Watkins just adjudged to have barged. I'm trying to see who it was. Paul Stonehouse, I think it was. He barged out the way. It's a free kick to Slough by their penalty area. The sun just beating down into our eyes here today. And it's not particularly cold here today, but Slough have the ball with Fraser from the short free kick. Fraser just been forced back towards Togwell. Togwell will go towards Nisbet. Sorry. Both got orangey boots on. It's difficult to tell what it is in the sun. Hicks is wearing 4. Guy Hollis unavailable today. Scott, long clearance down, looking again for Dobson. Dobson does well to flick the ball on. Only as far as Crilly, who does well to clear. And Watkins flicks it on, trying to find a runner Pierce. Bodied by Fraser, plays the ball forward. Crilly then heads the ball out here towards Blake. Blake trying to go past a couple of players. Flicks the ball up towards Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up. Comes in nicely to Hales, but tackle there by Hicks. And then Dunn just holds the ball up in towards Flood. Flood, just dillied on the ball, and it was given Chesham the chance to play the ball in. Looking for Pierce on this good side. That's a great ball across. He's been forced wide a little bit here by Fraser. Breaking into the box. Trying to get in. He does well to turn. Shoots. But straight at Mark Scott, who fumbles the ball. But Goughton dives on it just before Barry Hales can get to it at the second attempt. But a good break there by Chesham in these first few minutes. And the ball in the hands of Slough goalkeeper Mark Scott, who plays again long ball forwards, looking for Dobson. Won by Taylor. Only as far as Nisbet, who heads the ball in. Headed forwards this time by Martin. Hits Nisbet on the head, and means that Stonehouse has to run back and play the ball back to his goalkeeper. And he's just put Scott under a bit of pressure. And then Scott back heels the ball out of play. Comical play there by Slough with their defending. It's a throw right by the corner flag, I believe. Just going to see if it's a throw or a corner. It is a throw right by the corner flag for Chesham, as the Chesham fans behind that goal start to make some noise. Crilly will be for this throw, aimed to the edge of the box where he tries to find Martin. Volley clear by Hicks. Falls kindly to Flood. Flood plays the ball into the path of Dobson. Dobson looks up trying to find James, but it's hit Mitchell King. And out for a throw. Throw taken quickly by Slough, looking for Gavin James up against Pierce. And Gavin James tried to win a corner. Oh dear. Bless me, sorry. It's come off Gavin James last. It's a goal kick to Chesham United. 0-0, 7 minutes played here at Arbour Park. And like I say, if you do wish to get in contact with us here, if you are listening via YouTube, then you can, if you scroll down, there should be a comments page. You need to be a subscriber. And if not, you can do it by Twitter. So we'll still wait for Jones to take this goal kick. Huge kick here by the Chesham goalkeeper. Flicked on again by Watkins. Comes through to Hicks, but there's an offside, is there? Yeah, it's an offside there against Hales. And Slough will have a free kick. So quite a packed end behind the Slough goal that Slough are attacking. It's haven't seen it that packed maybe since the first game of the season. Chesham have brought a fair number of fans as well. Ball with Hicks just halfway inside his own half, spreads it to Fraser. Fraser with the ball down the line, trying to find Flood. Flood up against Mitchell King, hits Mitchell King and breaks in the centre for Martin. Martin flicks the ball forwards, only as far as Fraser. Fraser finds Flood. Flood in the right, right wing position, holding the ball up well, chips the ball in, but a bit of a waste of the ball. But Crilly's not best of clearance, comes through to Martin, who hooks the ball, and then flicked on by Watkins. And a foot race here for Hicks has got to be alive. Plays it back towards Scott. Scott just scoops the ball downfield, trying to find Flood. Flood does well to flick the ball on, comes through to Mitchell King, takes it on his foot, but then Gavin James sticks the leg out, blocks the ball, sends it hurtling to the sidelines. It's a throw to Chesham on the almost level with their 18-yard line. Longdon, the left back, will take this for Chesham. Long throw aimed for Hales. Hicks wins that one well. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell flicks the ball on. Tries to find James. James does well to hold the ball up with his feet, but robbed there by Adam Martin. Martin plays the ball down, looking for Chesham Watkins, but it's an offside against Chesham, and Slough have a free kick high up near the halfway flag. And it's about 6 or 7 yards inside the Slough half. Hicks will stand over this free kick for Slough. And plays again, looking for Dobson. Dobson could leave that one, it'll break kindly, but comes through to Crilly, the right back for Chesham. Does well, plays the ball down, looking for the run of Hales, but Nisbet is there first for Slough. Just plays it back towards Scott. Scott under no real pressure from Hales, has time to clear. And James just caught, and it's a free header there for Perth. Only as far as the other number 5, Nisbet. Taken down by Togwell in that centre circle area. Spreads it to Fraser. Here to Warren Harris, who had a great impact in that second half on against Hayes and Yet. It comes through to Togwell. Togwell trying to spread the ball, trying to find Dobson, but Dobson and Stonehouse. It's Blake who wins the ball though back for Chesham, and he does really well. Surely that's a free kick? No, it's the ball's with Slough. Slough play into the box, trying to find Gavin James. Gavin James here up against Mitchell King. It comes off Gavin James, and it's a goal kick. I thought that Chesham should have had a free kick there, but the referee didn't agree. And it's a goal kick here for Ashley Jones, the Chesham goalkeeper, in a luminous green goalkeeping kit. And again, huge kick here by the Chesham goalkeeper. Again, trying to find Watkins. Watkins flicks the ball on towards Hales. Hales holds it up, trying to play it back, but Slough win the ball with Stonehouse. Ball play forwards to James. James just has to come deep. Adam Martin wins it back and then plays it back towards Jones. Flood will chase it down, but Jones first there. And a long ball forwards, and Watkins is in an offside position. It's a free kick to Slough as the sun just bears down us here. We'll just wait for this free kick to be taken by Mark Scott. Long kick here, trying to find Warren Harris on this near hand side. Longdon just lands on his back, and it's flicked on here by Pearce in towards Martin. Martin with the ball forward, looking to find Watkins, but it's hit a little bit too far. It'll come through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal, who has plenty of time to pick the ball up, and just rolls it outside of his penalty area, just trying to get Slough a little bit further. Again, ball over, looking for Dobson. Dobson does well to flick the ball on. Comes through to Dunn. Dunn just overrun it. Tackle there by Pearce. Comes through to Blake. Blake chased down there by Dobson. Dobson does really well for Slough. Wins the ball back. And now can try and run at the defence. But Blake does well. Back heel into the path of Stonehouse. Stonehouse lays it down here for James. James has come wide. Tries to get across in. It's blocked there by Taylor. Comes back out towards James. James gets across in towards... Oh, the goalkeeper's dropped it. It's come to Warren House on the 6-yard line. Plays it into the box. Great by Mitchell King, who can bring the ball forwards for Chesham, up towards Hales. And now Chesham on the counter-attack here with Pearce. Pearce crossing the halfway line, travelled 15-20 yards, still running at Sean Fraser down this near-hand side. Tries to cut it, as good tackle, but Fraser tries to win it back. He does, and Togwell just under pressure, plays it in towards Dunn. Dunn with the ball over the top. Look. Flood here in a foot race with Pearce. Pearce, just knees it back to his goalkeeper. So it's a throw to Chesham. It's a deep throw right by the 18-yard line. It looks like Taylor will be the man that goes over to take this throw for Chesham. Just waiting for this throw into the box. Goes in. It's a free header there for Nisbet. He can't direct it outwards. It comes out towards Taylor. Keeps it in from going out and up against Togwell. Two players. Togwell down to win the ball back, and then under pressure gives it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse looks up clear. He's trying to find the run of Flood. Headed away by Pearce into the centre where Mark picks the ball up, flicks it out here to the left back Longden. Longden under pressure from Dobson. Used his arm there to for offside. As we just see if we can turn this internet malarkey, so if we do it this way, as Scott will have this free kick for Slough. Again, aimed long towards Dobson on that far hand side. Dobson beaten to the ball by Blake, comes here to Watkins inside his own half, under pressure from two Slough players, but Watkins holds the ball up well, trying to play the ball there for Barry Hales, but just hits too long and goes to Mark Scott in the Slough goal, who rolls the ball out into the path of Hicks. Hicks can bring the ball forwards here for Slough. Looks to play the ball up towards Flood. Flood's got a bit of time here. He can turn, faces a goal. Looks up, shoots, and unfortunately hits that one high wide and not very handsome. Ball out of play there. And we wait for another ball to come through. It's a goal kick to Chesham United. Apologies if you are losing a little bit of signal. Unfortunately, we don't have the best of internet connections here at Arbour Park with this new ground, so we do get a little bit of buffering every now and again, so you may just lose a little bit of commentary as Jones with this long ball comes through to Blake on the far hand side. Stonehouse is there first. Watkins keeps it in, but only as far as Dunn. Dunn robs him of the ball, plays it up here to Flood. Flood inside the Slough half, plays it into James. James with a foot race here against Mitchell King. It's just running onto the edge of the box, looks up, hits it, it's in the hand. Slough appealing for a penalty. The ball comes out and it's come here to Adam Martin. Martin spreads it to Pearce. Pearce halfway inside his own half. Under pressure, plays the ball forwards. Hicks there first, but poor touch by him. Comes through to Hales. Hales through to Ryan Blake. Blake tries to go past Nisbet. That's a really good tackle. And Slough have the ball here with Warren Harris. Running down this near hand side. In towards Flood. Back in towards Warren Harris who cut inside. Martin comes across for Chesham to win the ball back. And it's here with Watkins, robbed of the ball by Dobson. Dobson doing a lot of work here today. Tugwell shoots from distance, tries to go long, and Jones does well underneath his goal post, grabs that one. Good vision there by Lee Tugwell, saw the goalkeeper off his line, but Jones is a big goalkeeper and drills a pass out towards Pearce. He's lost the ball though to Tugwell. Tugwell plays it in for James, but well spotted there by Pearce, who can bring the ball forward. Up towards Hales. Hales hits it straight at Dan Hicks, falls kindly to Fraser in towards Flood, gets the ball back. Fraser in advanced position, gives it to Simon Dunn. Dunn spreads it here to Dobson. Dobson's got Stonehouse on the overlap. Dobson goes to try and do it himself, loses the ball, and it rolls through into the arms of Ashley Jones, and Jones again trying to get Chesham on the attack. Hicks is the player that wins the header. Watkins will chase it, but Nisbet will be there first for the Rebels. And clears, but only as far as Adam. A poor touch by Adam Martin. Plays it to Warren Harris. In towards Flood. Flood in towards Dunn. Dunn just inside his own half. Brings it to Dobson. Dobson being marked by Crilly. Dobson turns. Tries to go past Martin again, and Martin does well to win the ball back. Then spreads it to Ryan Blake. Crossing the halfway line for Chesham United. Just being closed down here by Simon Dunn. Just waiting for a Chesham player to make a run. Tries to do it himself. And it's a good tackle there from Paul Stonehouse. That ball is lost in that new stand. You're not getting that one back. And it's a throw to Chesham by the home dugout. So 15 yards inside the Slough half. And taken into the box. Flicked on well. Comes through to Hicks. He does really well with Hales just ghosting in behind him. But Hicks can bring the ball out here. Gives it to Warren Harris. Harris running with the ball. Travels 30 yards. Adam Martin comes across to try and close. Lovely little ball in towards James. James under huge pressure from Mitchell King. And Martin brings it back for Chesham United. Comes through to Watkins. Watkins takes it on his chest on the halfway line. Being forced back here by Stonehouse. Still has the ball. Looks to spread it here towards Pearce. Fraser does well to win the header. And it comes through to Warren Harris. They're just trying to bring the ball forward. Warren Harris running with the ball. We've got James and Flood in front of him. Just runs at Longden. Just trying to go around the outside of him. Just being forced back here by Longden. Ball in towards Togwell. Togwell just dinks a little ball in here to Gavin James. Gavin James shoots, get a shot in, but it's a bit of a daisy cutter and easily gathered there by the Chesham goalkeeper Jones, and can just slow the game down and We've played 18 minutes here of the first half. It's still Slough Town 0, Chesham 0. Jones still with the ball in his hands. And again, huge long kick that the ball will go through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal, who rolls the ball out to Dan Hicks. Good afternoon to Stephen Roach, who's listening in. And ball played in towards Hicks. Hicks's ball is hit hard at Harris. The ball breaks through to Chesham here with Taylor. Taylor into Watkins. Good play here to Pearce. Pearce just tried to see if Watkins had continued his run, but he hadn't. He'd stopped. And Slough have the ball on the far hand side with Dobson. Dobson's ball's hit comes out here to Simon Dunn. Dunn just inside the centre circle. Turns. Plays it back out here towards Dobson. Dobson now trying to run at Blake. Goes past him. He's got Flood on the outside of him. Gets the ball back. Edge of the penalty. Gets a cross in here. And some good goalkeeping again by Jones as Gavin James looked to try and get on the end of that. Jones got there and just sneaked in. And again, Jones trying to be very accurate with his kicking here. Trying to pick out Hales. And that one was just a little bit too long. And it's a throw to Slough. So it's Fraser with this throw, looking to try and find Flood. Flood does well, holds it up, comes out here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn spreads it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse under pressure from Blake, in towards Dobson. Dobson beaten to the ball by Crilly. Crilly tries to bring the ball forwards, but Stonehouse first in there. Hooked away by Tyler, only as far as Dunn. Dunn played in towards Flood. Flood now just been pushed further away from goal. Brings it in towards Fraser, but a little bit too far in front of him here, and it's both sides just giving the ball away a little bit here. It's a throw to Chesham United. Longdon, the left back, with this throw for the Generals, trying to find Hales. It will come through here to Hicks. Hicks just skies that one high up in the air. Still in play. Hales wins it, but can't keep his header in field. It's out for a throw. 20 minutes gone. Slough 0, Chesham 0 here, in front of a very healthy crowd here. And Slough take the throw quickly with Fraser, showing it to Hicks. Hicks with the ball forwards. Free header from Mitchell King, only as far as Dunn. Dunn takes it down on his chest, then hooked clear by Pearce. Comes through into the centre. Togwell wins it back, but then loses it to Blake. But Nisbet does well for Slough, wins the ball back, and it comes through to Stonehouse. Stonehouse spreads it towards Dobson. Dobson inside his own half. Goes and beats Crilly. This time, and now a chance to run at the rest of the Chesham United defence. Being closed down by Martin. Goes past him. And then goes past Matty Taylor. Nutmegs in. Plays it out here to Togwell. Togwell shoots. Consolidated rebound put in by Gavin James. Lovely play on that far hand side by James Dobson. He went past Crilly on the halfway line, ran with the ball, then went and knocked it past Adam Martin. Taylor came across, he nutmegged him, got it into the centre, played it into Togwell. Togwell shot low, and Jones made a really good save, got a hand to it on the line, and Gavin James was there and scores the first goal of the game on 21 minutes. Slough Town 1, Chesham 0, and the Slough fans a little bit unkind to the Chesham goalkeeper. That was a really good save in front of a very crowded penalty box, but the rebound was put away. It's Kingsley 0, St Ives 1 is the score. Ball breaks here towards Gavin James. Score with that goal inside his own half now. Can bring it to Togwell. Togwell trying to find the run of Flood. Ball's headed away by Mitchell King. And then hooks away. And it's a throw to Slough. No Guy Hollis here for the Rebels today. So it's going to be a shorter throw with Fraser. In towards Flood. Back towards Fraser. Fraser just plays it off Longdon. It's another throw to Slough. See if we can get some scores from around some of the other games here at the moment. Let's have a look. There's a penalty to Weymouth, and Slough will have a free kick fouled by Adam Martin. I could just say that, let's say he didn't agree with that deflection there. Weymouth have taken the lead in their game, so it's Weymouth 1, Cirencester 0. And Slough have a free kick around about 25 yards away from goal, but quite close to the side touchline here. Dobson standing over about 5 yards away from this free kick, and Pearce has just gone down in the penalty area with Hicks. And a little bit of pushing and shoving. The referee's just going over just to keep an eye on what's going on. And Dobson will take this free kick, hits it in with pace, headed away though by Pearce. It will come out here towards Hales. Hales takes it on his chest, then forced back towards Longdon. Longdon with the ball forwards, and Taylor breaks here for Chesham United. Chesham move for a 3 against 2. It's come through to Taylor. Taylor up against Togwell, tries to break into the box, gives it to Pearce. Pearce does well, sinks it in onto his left foot, shoots to the far post. Oh, that is some superb defending there by Lee Togwell. In fact, it's an offside. Don't think Togwell knew that. That is some really class defending from the Phil Mitchell lookalike in the centre of midfield for Slough. Great defensive header. It's a free kick anyway for offside, and Slough still lead here 1-0. So let's see if we can find some more goals. Chippenham 1, Froome 1 is a latest score. Weymouth are 2-0 up now against Cirencester. Long kick headed away by Warren Harris. It breaks here to Fraser. Fraser with the ball inside to Warren Harris. Harris just evades the challenge, wins a free kick there for the challenge by Matt Mitchell-King. A local derby just down the road. Chalfont St Peter 0, Marlow 2. So Slough have a free kick. This one is Dobson territory. This is roughly, I'd say, about 30 yards away from goal. It's almost level with the tram line of the 6-yard line. Dobson standing over this free kick for Slough. Again, just waiting for a little bit of movement. Referee's happy. The game will continue. Dobson again digs it in. Oh, it's over the head of Longdon. Bounced in front of goalkeeper Jones, who does well to get it as no player gambled. Quick ball out by Jones to find Hales. Hales holds the ball up in towards Pearce, but Togwell's there again for Slough. Plays the ball in, looking for the run of Jones. Oh, good defending there by Matt Mitchell-King. Just dummied the ball and let it run through to his goalkeeper Jones. And Jones this time, again, high kick. Trying to find Ryan Blake. Headed away by Nisbet. Comes off Blake's head and comes towards Dobson. Dobson beaten to the ball, but Slough clear with Nisbet, and it comes out of play. It's a throw here. Dobson just Martin just Adam Martin for Chesham, not happy with the referee's decisions there. It's a throw to Chesham. Longdon will take this throw, trying to find Hales. Headed away by Fraser, comes through to Dunn. Dunn beaten to the ball by Martin, and then surely that was a foul, but the ball comes through to Watkins, but only as far as Simon Dunn. Dunn looks the ball over the top, trying to find the run of Gavin James. Gavin James just opened his leg, beats down the line. He's only got Flood in there at the far post, comes into the centre. Oh, it's a miss kick, it falls to Dobson, shoots, it's blocked. It comes back out towards James. James will just let it go out, and it will be a throw to Slough. I think Slough should have kept that ball in and tried to get it in. Quick throw taken here towards Fraser, in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just brings through, shoots, it's hit Adam Martin. Martin then just pushes Dunn out of the way. Come back towards Fraser. Fraser to Dobson. Dobson now gets a left-footed cross in, but bounces all the way into the arms of the Chesham goalkeeper Jones. And Jones tries to get Chesham on the attack here with a long ball forwards. 3 against 3. Headed away by Stonehouse. Only as far as Hales. Hales up towards Blake. Blake under pressure from 2 Slough players. It's come through to Nisbet. Nisbet with the clearance trying to find Flood. Flood beaten to the ball. It comes to Pearce. Pearce puts his right back Crilly under pressure. Has to go back to his goalkeeper Jones, and James will just chase this one down as the big goalkeeper gets another huge kick down the field. Nisbet and Watkins underneath it. Oh, it's flicked on by Blake. Comes into the box for Hales. Hales takes it, comes through to Pearce and shoots and clears the goal and the stand behind the goal. And it remains Slough Town 1, Chesham United 0. So while we wait for the ball to come back here, let's see if there's some more goals from around the game. Cambridge City 2, Kettering 1. It's a 1-0 somewhere, but I can't see who it says it's to. So it's either Cinderford or Stratford. One of them's leading 1-0. There's a long kick by Scott. It's gone out for a throw for Slough. It's come through to Dobson. Dobson's ball has come through though to Taylor. Taylor can run with the ball for Chesham United down that far hand side in towards Blake. Blake on that far side gets a cross in, but he's over hit the cross just a little, and it's gone out for a goal kick to Slough. As the sun just come into that bit where it's just trying to settle on that far hand side, so we'll almost be clear of the bright sunshine. And Scott takes this goal kick for Slough. Long one again, aimed towards James. It's headed away by Martin. Comes through to Fraser. Fraser heads it into the path of Harris. Harris trying to flick the ball on. Mitchell-King under pressure, scoops the ball away towards Blake. Blake heads on looking for Watkins. Watkins up against Nisbet. Nisbet wins it in as far as Blake. Blake dinks the ball in, but Togwell's there again for Slough. Ball high up in the air. Mitchell King comes across. Taylor, 2 number 8s exchanging passes. Poor by Taylor comes through. Oh, Hicks under pressure there from Barry Howes, gets it to Fraser. Ball down the line looking for Warren Harris. Longdon comes across and it's come off James last. Throw to Chesham, quickly taken by Longdon towards Mitchell King, towards Jones, up towards Taylor. Taylor just deep under pressure from Gavin James. Pressed it out to Mitchell King. Mitchell King just waits for a ball forward, trying to find the run of Hales. Underneath it is Hicks. Then Dunn flicks the ball on. Only as far as Chesham's number 8, Taylor. Taylor spreads the ball out, looking for the run of Crilly, the right back. He'll need a Taylor's having a go at his right back, saying you should have got so far in front of him. He might have got there a little bit quicker. As headed on by Flood, then it's headed away by Pearce, flicked on. Nisbet plays in David Pearce. Pearce now running down to this byline, gets to the byline for. Not in the process. That was some really good defending there. By Dan Hicks. We are losing a little bit of signal, just see if we can try and correct that a little bit. As one of the things with this new ground not being fully built is that there is a little bit of lack of internet signal until it's all put in here. As Scott takes this goal kick, comes wide looking for Warren Harris, headed away by Pearce. It'll come through here to Hales. Hales under pressure from Hicks. Hales does well, holds the ball up, then feeds into Pearce. Pearce running down this left hand side, gets another cross in. Watkins gets ahead to it, but he can't direct it goalwards, and it's safely into the hands of Slough goalkeeper Mark Scott. Chesham fans making some noise behind that goal. Slough fans just not reacting. Long kick here by Scott, trying to find Flood. Flood beaten to the ball by Pearce. Martin flicks on, but only as far as Togwell. Togwell leaves it for Nisbet. Nisbet tries to spread the ball out towards Dobson, but headed away there, and then Dunn charges the ball down, gets the ball smack in the face there, and Slough of Chesham fans are in Chesham players in absolute uproar here. Pearce, who's an ex-professional footballer, his attitude is absolutely terrible. The ball clearly hit Simon Dunn in the face. He did go down straight away, didn't get up. It's a facial injury. The referee should stop the game, and that's what he's done. And Chesham United are incensed by the fact that the referee has made what is the correct decision. It is a facial injury. If it had been any kind of other injury, I would say absolutely right, but it's a facial injury. The referee's done exactly the right thing. He stopped the game, and the reaction of some of those Chesham players is a little bit poor, especially the captain Pearce, who, bear in mind, he is an ex-professional player, to turn around and he's just literally thrown his water bottle down on the floor, and he's arguing with some fans on that far hand side. The referee's made the right decision. It's not the best of decisions because you were on the attack, but it's the right decision. But to go up to the face of the Slough player and to say that he's faking it is, for me, not on at any level. Simon Dunn has left the field after treatment. Now the referee will decide whether it's going to be a contested drop ball or whether Slough will kick the ball back. I think Slough are going to kick the ball back towards the goalkeeper, and Dobson does that straight into the arms of Jones. And Jones just rolls the ball out side of his goal, brings it forward. He's bringing it 20 yards forward. He's trying to get a real deep, and a long ball forward, straight into the arms of Mark Scott. And for all that Jones did there, he's given the ball away. Ball played forward quickly by Scott. Comes off the head of Longdon. It's a throw here to Slough, halfway inside the Chesham half. Fraser just looking for an option. Takes the throw quickly, trying to find Warren Harris. Ball comes through to James. James inside the box. Gets a An unlucky ricochet, but it breaks out towards Fraser. Fraser dinks the ball here for Warren Harris. Harris up against Longdon. Harris plays it in. It comes off Longdon last. It's a Slough throw, much to Longdon's disgust. Slough have the ball with Warren Harris. Plays it into the box to James. James holds it up. Plays it back out towards Fraser. Fraser being forced away from the goal. Back towards Dunn. Dunn in towards Dobson. Dobson just plays it in. Just goes past a couple of players again. Still running with the ball. Up against Longdon. Wins. And Longdon does really well. Plays it well. And then Dobson comes in. Slide challenge. Blocks the ball, but it's out for a throw. And Longdon just has a little argument with the referee here. It's a throw though to Chesham United. Longdon with the throw. Watkins flicks it on, only as far as Dobson. It's flicked on. So why that's out of play. Let's just see if we can send that problem out for a second. Oh, we had it then. Look at that. There you go. So it's a goal kick to Slough. And Mark Scott will take this goal kick. Long kick by him, trying to find Dunn. It's bounced over his head, comes through to Crilly. Crilly with the header, headed straight at Togwell. Togwell's header comes to Dobson. Dobson's ball, Flood hits the hand of Taylor, but it's accidental. Played in towards Watkins. Watkins closed down by Nisbet, and Dunn tries to win the ball back for Slough off Adam Martin. Martin just looking for a free kick, comes through to Longdon. Longdon with the ball forward. Fraser and Togwell both head it. And it breaks here to Warren Harris. Harris with a chance to run at the Chesham team. Plays it towards Togwell. Togwell looks up, plays the ball out, looking for Friday. It's going to be well spotted. And Watkins will win the ball back for Chesham. Up towards Blake. Blake under pressure immediately from Dobson. Turns. Plays it out towards Crilly, the right back. Again, Dobson chases down a different James Dobson than we saw last week, where he got substituted after 45 minutes. Throw by Chesham breaks through to Nisbet. Nisbet tries to play a glorious ball into the path for Warren Harris, but hits it just a little bit too long, and it's a throw to Chesham, taken quickly by Longdon towards Pearce. Longdon gets the ball back, cuts back inside towards Pearce. Pearce tries to play it in first time towards Hales. Hales holds the ball up, turns, trying to play it in for Watkins. Watkins is offside there, and Slough living dangerously with this offside that they're playing here. 35 minutes gone, still Slough Town 1, Chesham 0. And Slough have a free kick 15 yards inside their own half for that offside decision. It looked quite a tight decision there, and Scott will come and take this free kick again, aiming for Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson does well to win the ball. Flood trying to flick the ball on, but Flood uses his body against Pearce. It's Pearce and Pearce. It's Pearce, the number 5, the captain, who was fouled there. Long ball forward, played for Ryan Blake. Comes off the head of Stonehouse. It's a throw to Chesham United, halfway inside the Slough half into these final 10 minutes of the first half. And it's Crilly's going to leave the throw to Taylor. Taylor just looking to wind up a long throw into the box. Just wiping the ball down. Looks to get this throw into the box. It's going to go all the way. Watkins does well to flick it on, but only goes into the arms of Slough's grateful goalkeeper Mark Scott. And he's going to try and get Gavin James on the run here. James runs into Longdon, gets the ball though, and being forced wide though by Longdon. James does well to hold the ball up. Tries to play the ball in. Harris makes a run, but he's giving it to Dunn towards Fraser. Oh, lovely little flick in there by Dunn. Fraser in towards Dunn. Dunn runs over the ball, leaves it, gets the ball back, shoots. It's taken a deflection, but well saved there by Jones, who kept his eye on the ball well, and makes an easy save. Then plays the ball here, trying to find Watkins. Watkins up against Hicks. It's come off the head of Hicks. Apparently, it's a throw to Chesham United. Halfway inside the Slough half as we enter the final 7.5 minutes of this first half. It's Pearce with the throw. Plays the ball for Hales. Hales comes across. Must have touched Hales last. It is. It's a throw to Slough. And Slough under no hurry to take this throw. Hales just been spoken to here by the referee, Mr. Brennan. And we'll have a quick look and see if there's any more goals in the game from around our ground. As the throw comes off the head of Harris, it's a throw to Hitchin. Have gone 2-0 up against Biggleswade. Quick throw here by Longdon. Comes off the heads and cleared by Slough to Togwell. Togwell under pressure from Taylor. Gives it to Harris. Harris drills the ball along just to get it further down the field. Ball get played back to the goalkeeper Jones. Jones just knocks it a couple of yards out. Long ball forwards again. And it's a huge kick. Headed away though well by Stonehouse. Comes through to Dunn. Dunn down the line looking for James. James beaten to the ball by Purse, the captain. But his ball's cleared by Stonehouse. But Purse has continued his run on that far hand side. Tries to get there. Does well to get there in front of Stonehouse. Flicks the ball to the line. But it's cooked clear by Nisbet. And up towards Gavin James. Gavin James does really well. Holds the ball up. Loses it from the Italians. But comes kindly towards Togwell. Togwell now spreads the ball trying to find Chris Flood. Flood's on the side. He's on the edge of the penalty. He's on his own though. He's up against 3 players. Waits for some help. Plays it in. It's in fact a great defensive tackle there by Ryan Blake at the expense of a corner. And we'll see if we can just Slough get a corner. It's going to be Dobson to take it on that far hand side. Wonder break and play. Let's have a look and see what's going on. It's Hitchin 2, Biggleswade 1. And it's a outswinging corner here for Slough on the far hand side. Dobson standing over this corner. Slough with Hicks and Nisbet forwards. Nisbet makes the run to the far post. It comes straight from... Oh, it's got a touch there. Nisbet does well to keep the ball in there. Plays it in towards Warren Harris. Hit him. Comes forward to Dunn. Dunn trying to shoot. Hits the ball. It's blocks. Slough trying to get the ball back. Oh, and then a poor challenge there by Simon Dunn on Barry Hales. And... Simon Dunn will look like he might get the first yellow card of the game there. Poor challenge as he tried to get the ball. Referee just saying that's a couple of tackles that you've done. So Simon Dunn gets the first yellow card of the game on 40 minutes. And so quite an easy name for the referee to spell there. And Dunn does in fact receive the first yellow card of the game. And it's a free kick to Chesham United just outside their penalty area. The goalkeeper Jones looking to take this. And Jones runs up. Huge kick again. Trying to find it's gone straight into the box. Barry Hales can't get a touch and it bounces into the arms of Mark Scott. And that is a heck of a weapon that Jones has got there. That is a huge kick. And Scott plays the ball forward. Flood trying to win it for Slough, but Purse wins it for Chesham. Plays the ball forward, only as far as Nisbet. Oh, lovely little ball here to Warren Harris. Harris with a chance to run the goal. Looks up, shoots. It's a bobbler one, but again, Chesham goalkeeper Jones does really well. Gets his body behind it and saves it well. And tries to get Chesham on the attack, but Chesham a little bit too far back for him, and he's going to just have to wait a few seconds and then plays a long ball down, looking for Watkins. Watkins does well to keep the ball in, only as far as Stonehouse, up toward Dunn. Dunn flicks on, trying to find Dobson. Flood it is on the far hand side. Flood now trying to release Dobson on the run, but Purse has come across, and it came off the Slough player. It's out for a throw to Chesham United on the far hand side, 10 yards inside the Chesham half. Crilly with the throw in towards Blake. Blake trying to turn. Slough win the ball back with Togwell. Ball play forward, looking for James. It's Purse that does well, takes it on his chest, then turns inside, wins the ball back, plays it to Crilly, the right back. Crilly looks up, trying to find the run of Ryan Blake. Oh, he just couldn't control it properly, and it's going to go all the way through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal. Yeah, we played 42 minutes. It's still Slough Town 1, Chesham 0. That goal coming on 21 minutes from Gavin James. And Scott has the ball in his hands in the Slough goal. Long kick forward again, trying to find Dobson. Dobson will try and control the ball up against Crilly. Still runs it, plays it up. Crilly comes off him for a throw to Slough. Slough take it quickly towards Flood, in towards Dunn. Dunn looks up, trying to play the ball across to Harris. It's cleared well though by Longdon. Comes through to Blake, who's been forced into a lot of defensive duties. Watches as the ball goes. That gets a free kick there for a foul by James Dobson. And with a couple of minutes of this first half left, it's Darren Purse, the Chesham captain, with the ball forwards. Nisbet fouled as Watkins comes all the way across and just barges into his back and gives a free kick away. It's a free kick to Slough. Halfway inside their own half. So the Chesham fans asking if they could have another referee, and I must say singing very politely. Weymouth 2, Cirencester 0 is a half-time score. As Scott with this free kick for Slough. Great for Chesham. Taylor back out towards Dunn. Dunn in towards Dobson. Dobson holds the ball up, wins a free kick for the Rebels. And this one is in a good position for Slough to try and have a go. It's must be going to be a cross from Dobson, who's standing over this free kick. With a minute to go, Dobson standing over this. Referee's just walking out 10 yards. Blake's got to go back those 10 yards. So it's a free kick to Slough. Dobson to take this. Jones does well. Dead ball kick and then tries to release Pearce, but again it's Togwell who's won the ball for. He got the tackle in, but it is a throw to. Comes off Criddy's head. It's a throw and comes through to Pearce. Pearce in towards Martin. Martin under pressure from Togwell. Spread out here towards Longdon. Longdon just goes back to his goalkeeper Jones, and as immediately as it does that, Slough defence moves up 10 yards. Jones with the ball at his feet, edge of his penalty area again. Huge kick here by the Chesham goalkeeper. Fumbles off the head of Blake, and Nisbet tries to see it out, but Watkins comes across and he's had to come across and clear, and clears well. Cree jumps high and played in towards Taylor. Taylor in towards Watkins, who's had to come back a little bit to pick the ball up, then dinks the ball in looking for Hales. Well spotted there by Hicks. Breaks through to Ryan Blake on the edge of the box. He tries to find Crilly, the right back, still up there. Great tackle there by James Dobson. And it's a throw though to Chesham United in the last seconds of this first half. We played 46 minutes here. Mitchell King has gone forward for Chesham United. Taken quickly though towards Ryan Blake. Blake will try and dink the cross in. And it's a mixture there. And Barry Hales couldn't get to it. That was a good chance. In fact, it's our full half-time whistle there. And it was a header by Taylor. Fell towards Hales. And he just couldn't get his feet around it. And it's out. Got a goal kick. And that is the end of the first half here at Arbour Park. So it's Slough Town 1, Chesham 0 is the half-time score. That goal coming from Gavin James on 21 minutes. Let's see if we can update you with some of the scores from around the rest of the Evo Stick Southern Premier League. It's Banbury 0, Leamington 0, Kings Lynn 0, St Ives 1. St Ives will be Slough's next opponent next Saturday. That's an away game. And if you can't make it, Slough we will be there for Rebels Radio for that game. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Half time is Biggleswade 1, Hitchin 2, Basingstoke 0, Dorchester 1, Cambridge City 2, Kettering 1. Let's see what else we've got. Chippenham 1, Frome Town 2 is a half-time score. We'll just see if there's anything else going on. Half-time, Weymouth 2, Cirencester 0. And roughly seems to be about it. The only one I haven't seen is Stratford. See if that's come through now. It's just getting a little bit chilly. Now that sunset, it's getting a little bit chillier here at Arbour Park. So let's see if we can get that Stratford score for you. That's the only one that's outstanding. Let's see what else we've got. Uxbridge 0, Potters Bar 1. Royston 0, Arsley 0. But nothing from Stratford, so that's the only one. We'll have a dig around for that one there during half time. And we'll see how it goes. So half time here at Arbour Park on this first game of 2017 is Slough Town 1, Chesham United 0. So, and Up for it, yeah. Cool. Right, so just some news there being passed on to me for you. If you are playing or attending the next away game, it is away to St Ives on Saturday. The supporters coach will leave Wexham Park at 12 o'clock. And then the following Saturday, it is Slough away to Biggleswade. And again, that coach will leave at 12:30. And just for your information, there is another game a week tomorrow. It's today Monday. I can never remember what day it is. Today's Monday, isn't it? A week tomorrow, Slough are away to Cinderford. Now, bearing in mind, obviously, that Rebels Radio is a voluntary position. It's not something that we get paid for here. So if I can get the time off work, I will try and get to the game and broadcast that one. So the Cinderford game may be one that we're not sure about. We're just waiting for someone to read through some half-time scores. As he's read out some and then he stops. That's good. So Froome 2, Dunstable 1, St Neots 0. That was the 1 o'clock kickoff. Let's see if we can find. Kings Langley 1, Hayes and Yedding 0. Stratford 1, Cinderford 0. So those are your half-time scores from around the games. Reading are apparently losing to Bristol City. So if any Reading fans out there. So it's just starting to come over a little bit cold here. I wish I got my coat from the car now, to be honest. But there you go. So second half coverage to come here from Arbour Park. And we'll give you all those details. So just the sad news that came through yesterday that ex-Slough Town player manager Steve Brown passed away yesterday after a battle against cancer. Steve played 45 times for the Rebels and scored 1 goal. He came here as an assistant to Spurs legend Graham Roberts and took over when Graham Roberts left. And managed the Rebels from 1998 to 2003, where he then moved on to Dover Athletic, and other clubs that he managed were Boreham Wood. And Steve was well liked amongst some of the Slough fans. He had a really good eye of bringing in some quality, young, talented players, the likes of Veli Hackey, Dean Palmer, just some of the players that he brought into the club. And he was part of the side that played in the FA Cup against Macclesfield. For those that you who may have remembered that, Slough got through against Macclesfield, who were then in the second division, as it was, or League 2, as you'd call it. So Slough got through there. So our thoughts and condolences go to his family. And we shall just see if there's anything else going on around. As just looking at see what's going on here, as someone's posted a goal from Weymouth from a penalty miss. That's a double miss, and then the third rebound's been put in there. That one there. So there you go. So if you do want to get in contact with us, you can contact us through Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the YouTube, you can scroll down to the comments section, and your comments will come through to us. How many? 980 or 918? I think they said 918 was the attendance, or 980. We're not 100% sure. I'm not sure what the attendance was. It's either 980 or 918. One of the two. Not very clear on the announcement there, but it's one of those two. Make it up as you go along. And a good number of people who have come round today, so we'll see how it goes. So Chesham United were named Team of the Month for December, with 3 wins and a draw. I think much to the annoyance of Frome Town, who had 3 wins and 2 draws. And they had beaten Slough, obviously, in that time, and drew 0-0 against Leamington. So Frome weren't too happy about that, but the team of the month for December was Chesham, and it's the second time they've won that. They've won that for October as well. And we're just watching as some substitutes just go through. I'm just watching as the press man here seems to be fixing the half-time draw. I think he's telling people what number to pick out. Are you cheating? Are you just telling them to pick your number out? Is that what it was? That's what's going on here. There's a conspiracy theory. So a great attendance here today. Thanks to everyone who's listening. So thanks for Stephen Roach and Marchacho, who have been getting in contact on YouTube. So the new ground is coming along nicely. All the glass front is done and the back's done now. They were just fitting in air conditioning units and ventilation shafts, and I'm not sure if there's a lift going in there or not. I've got a funny feeling there may well be a lift going into there that's on its way to being built. There's some kind of thing that's been marked out or something. So the ground is coming along nicely here at Arbour Park, as we just watch as the substitutes just warm up for the Rebels, and the fans are just making their way round, and we shall be back shortly with the second half. We'll keep our eyes out for any substitutions, so we're just going to come off there for a couple of minutes while we try and warm up a little bit, really. So we'll be back for the second half in a couple of minutes. So welcome back everyone to second half coverage of this Evo Sticks Southern Premier League match between Slough Town and Chesham. The half-time score here is Slough Town 1, Chesham 0. Goal scored on 21 minutes by Gavin James. The Slough team are just making their way out. We'll look for any substitutions to come through. And we still haven't got a confirmation of what the gate is. It was either 918 or 980. No one's actually come through with it yet, so we shall see what it is. I'm sure it'll come through on Twitter somewhere sooner or later. So just coming around from some of the other games around. We've got AFC Windsor are behind to Hayes. Windsor behind to AFC Hayes. They go. Attendance is 918 is the correct attendance. 918. As both sides are almost out here. Slough just missing a couple of players from each side, just missing. And all we need then is the referee. So Slough have 45 minutes here left at Arbour Park. Can they hold on for their first victory against Chesham in 16 years? The players are out. All the players are out now. All we need now is the referee. I think maybe Chesham fans have kidnapped him and so they can get a different one. The referee is indeed back out. The linesman just going over to check the nets. So the second half will start very shortly. Let's have a look, see if there's any substitutions on either side. Nothing at all at the moment, so the teams are the same. So in goal for Chesham United, Ashley Jones, 2, Benji Criddy. 3 is Brett Longdon, 4 Matt Mitchell-King, 5 is Darren Purr, 6 Adam Harding, 7 is Dave Pearce, 8 Matt Taylor, 9 Barry Hales, 10 Brad Watkins, 11 Ryan Blake. For the Rebels, Mark Scott is in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 Paul Stonehouse, 4 Dan Hicks, 5 Mark Nesbitt, 6 Lee Tugwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Chris Flood, 10 Gavin James and 11 Warren Harris. Those are your starting 11s for this second half. The referee just making sure that both goalkeepers are happy. So now we'll be shooting from right to left for the second half, and the second half is underway. Ball goes all the way back towards Stonehouse, and immediately under pressure plays the ball in. It's headed away there by Youngs. Sorry, not Youngs, Taylor. Ball played forwards, headed away by Darren Purse, and as far as Flood. Flood tries to win the ball back. Taylor with the clearance. Oh, and then Criddy tries to clear, but just couldn't get to the ball. It was just played a little bit too far in front of him, and it's a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Slough, trying to find Simon Dunn. It's come off Dunn after Criddy clears, and it's a throw to Chesham United. I think Chesham were hoping for a goal kick, but it's just a throw. Right by the corner flag. Long throw. Head kicked away by Nisbet. Actually kicks it the wrong way. Comes through to Watkins. Watkins under pressure. And Nisbet does really well. Wins the ball back, but it breaks in the centre for Pearce. Pearce splits it out here towards Longdon. Longdon plays the ball forward, looking for the run of Barry Hales. Hales takes it on his thigh, goes past Tugwell. Tugwell makes a mistake. Barry Hales gets to the bar, gets a cross in, and Nisbet tries to get there. And there's a push there on Mark Nisbet, roughly from, I would guess, from Ryan Blake, seems to be the man that the referee's pointing at. And a dangerous situation there is averted thanks to the referee. And it's a free kick for Slough just by their 6-yard line. And Mark Scott will take this free kick, aimed long towards Warren Harris. Harris and Brett Longdon both miss the ball. Comes through to Gavin James. Gavin James back heels it into the path of Harris. Harris continues down the right hand side. Gets across in aim for Flood. And Purse is fouled by Flood there. And Flood immediately goes over just to make sure that the Chesham captain is okay. He's just on his haunches at the moment. Just got a battering there, and you will need some medical attention here as Chris Flood's just feeling the side of his face. And just a little bit of a break in play here for the moment. So while there is a break, let's see if we can see if there's any more goals from around the Southern Premier League. Nothing in our league. Northwood nil, Hanwell Town 1. Sorry, Mangotsfield are now 2-0 down. But that's it. Not a lot happening. Perth is still getting some treatment down in the Chesham penalty box. And just a reminder, there is Premier League football on today as well. Not just the Southern Premier League, but that other fake Premier League is that's on as well. So Perth is still getting some treatment here for this facial injury. Just gone back down there at the moment. So we'll just keep an eye on what happens with that. Just see if Chesham are warming up a substitute or not. I can't see one warming up at the moment unless he's running down this near hand side. And Perth still getting some treatment here, so a bit of a break in play. And he's up. Is he up to his feet? No, that's not him. That's Mitchell King. So still some treatment being given there. So we've had an attendance here of 918. Chalfont St Peter versus Marlow. The attendance is 91. So just a little bit of a difference there. Chalfont St Peter, lovely little ground if you've never been there. Very hospitable. Quite enjoying my times going on there. Let's see. We have Perth is now back to his feet. Potters Bar are now 2-0 up away to Uxbridge. And the game will now restart with a free kick by the Chesham goalkeeper Ashley Jones. Perth just got across on the far hand side, just got to leave the pitch before he comes back on. So Jones with this huge kick again. Aimed towards Watkins, beaten away by Nisbet, breaking the centre for Taylor. Taylor spreads out to Longdon, the left back, plays the ball forward. Watkins in an offside position, but the ball is played on. Togwell with the ball. Oh, he's put the ball over for the chase here for Flood. Flood here's played the ball in, trying to find James. James, it's just hit too far across by Flood, and James can't get there before the goalkeeper Jones. And looks as I don't think that Darren Perth is going to come back on. He's holding his face. It looks like he's got a lot of blood coming from his face there. Stonehouse with the clearance for Slough. Come through to Crilly. Crilly's headed away. Only comes as far as Gavin James for Slough. James on this left-hand side, racing into the box. Crilly makes a tackle, and it's a corner to Slough. And it looks as though it looks like it's a nosebleed for the Chesham captain, which is forcing off. He's coming all the way back to his bench. I think there'll be a substitution there. Don't think they're going to have time to make it before this corner comes in. Dobson will take this corner for Slough. It will be an out-swinging corner for the Rebels. Chesham temporarily down to 10 men here with this injury. Ball played into the box, headed goalwards and headed off the line. Headed away by Dunn, and then headed off the line again, this time by Taylor. I think the first one was by Longdon. What's the referee seen here? And I don't know what the referee's doing. He's calling Barry Hales. It's another corner, but twice Chesham headed the ball off the line there. I think the first one was Longdon, and then Taylor heads off the line from Simon Dunn. But Slough have another corner. Hales just getting a talking to here by the referee, Mr. Brennan. And Chesham still temporarily down to 10 men with Perth. Doesn't look like he's going to be coming back on. And again, this corner will come in from Slough, from Dobson. Headed goalwards by Nisbet. Jones does well to come and grab that off the top of Simon Dunn's head. And we'll just hold that, and the substitution will be coming imminently for Chesham United as soon as the ball goes out of play. Jones with the ball, chips it forwards, only as far as Togwell. Togwell with time to take the ball down, trying to play the ball there, looking for Gavin James, but it's just a little bit too far, and it's out for a throw to Chesham. Don't seem to be any hurry to make this substitution here. And the substitute, I think, will be Mackenzie will be the player coming on, but I think they're just going to wait to see if Perth can come back on. Perth, I don't think they're going to make this substitution. If you get on with the game then, ref, come on. I think that Pearce is going to come back on. So that after all that, Pearce will come back on. The captain for Chesham, he's shaken off the nosebleed. He's got to change his shirt. The linesman just making sure that he's fine. He's not got a number on his back now, so that'll be interesting to keep an eye on. The game will restart with a throw for Chesham on the far hand side. Headed away by Blake. Comes through to Longdon. Fraser can't get to it. Blake on the floor. Clicks the ball. Comes through though to Flood. Flood trying to find James. And Pearce back in the action. Ball comes through to Flood. Flood beaten to the ball by Martin. Martin plays it on towards Pearce. Pearce's header finds Blake. Blake tries to find it. And then Nisbet just hoofs that one back into the car park. No hesitations with that one from Mark Nisbet from Slough. It's a throw to Chesham United. Halfway inside the Slough half. So it's 2-1 Stratford versus Cinderford, but it doesn't say who to, unfortunately, which isn't much help. Chesham with this long throw into the box. Watkins tries to flick the ball on. It comes through to Hales. Hales with his back towards goal. Gets a lucky ricochet. Trying to turn. He's got 3 players with him. Gets a little bit of a gap. Dobson goes with him now, pushes him wide. Plays it off Dobson. It's a corner to Chesham United. Pearce will go across to take this one, and then Pearce and Mitchell King will go forwards for Chesham. Chesham fans making some noise behind that goal. So now just got to be worked. They're going to take it quickly towards Blake. Blake gets the ball, dinks across in. Barry Hales with a free header. It's an equaliser for Chesham United. Barry Hales on 54 minutes. He just jumped up, got to the header from the Blake flick on, and Mark Scott just seemed to lose his footing there. And the ball just fell into the back of the net. It's an equaliser for Chesham. So it's Slough 1, Chesham 1 on 54 minutes. Barry Hales is the goal scorer. And Hales is just taking his time. I know he's an old man, but he's still taking his time to get back for this kick-off. And Slough had the kick-off. Ball with Togwell. Spread back out here to Stonehouse. Stonehouse plays the ball forwards. Headed away though by Pearce. Only as far as Dunn. Dunn back in towards James. James heads it looking for Simon Dunn. Ball come out on the far hand side to Fraser. Fraser will keep the ball in for Slough. Plays it in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just dinks a pass in towards Warren Harris. Gets the run back. Still running with the ball. Tries to play it in towards Gavin James. Gavin James gets the ball caught between his legs. And Jones, the Chesham goalkeeper, is onto it immediately and then tries to get Chesham on the attack, trying to find Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up on the halfway line. Plays a lovely ball in. Pearce just goes past. Dunn just plays it out here to Ryan Blake. Blake kind of cuts inside. Oh, plays it in. It's a great chance here for Chesham. He's crossed across and he's been put in. It's 2 goals in 2 minutes. And it's Dave Pearce who's got it. Chesham have taken the leads here. 2 goals in 2 minutes. The first one was blocked, and then the rebound was put in. Slough couldn't clear it, and Pearce was first to put the ball in from not far away. All 3 goals have come from inside the 6-yard box, and Slough started the second half on an absolute terrible run here. And Chesham have the lead. It's Slough 1, Chesham 2. And Slough will just... no substitutes or anything warming up for the Rebels. They're going to be quite happy to take it here. They're going to have the kick-off. Hales again very slow to get back. So's Pearce, the other scorer there with that second goal. Just taking their time getting back in. So now have the ball with Togwell out towards Fraser, towards Nisbet. To Hicks, Hicks out towards Nisbet, to Taylor, to Stonehouse. I'll get the names right in a minute. Stonehouse plays the ball forwards. It's come off the head of Pearce and it will go all the way back towards Ashley Jones, and Jones will now just take his time with the ball at his feet, waits for Flood to come in before picking the ball up. And now some substitutes warming up on the far hand side for the Rebels. Long ball forward, trying to find Watkins. Watkins heads the ball, but heads it the wrong way. Comes through to Hales. Hales forced away from goal, in towards Adam Martin. Martin inside the centre circle, spreads it out to the left back Longdon. Longdon just cuts inside, stretches the ball looking for Watkins. Watkins takes it on his chest, does well, holds the ball up. It's got Crilly on the overlap, but can't find him. Dobson wins the ball for Slough. Dobson then chips the ball forwards for Flood. Flood holds the ball up, gives it towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse with Dobson standing there. Dobson just wanting the ball. Played up though towards Gavin James. Gavin James wins the flick on. Comes through to Dobson. In towards James. James can bring the ball inside now for Slough. Just being forced wide. Plays it all the way out here to Fraser on the right hand side. Fraser just cuts inside. Brings it to Togbell. Togbell out towards Warren Harris. Harris to Togbell. Togbell with a bit of space here to look up and get a cross in. Gets his cross in towards Flood. Comes off the top of Flood's head. But he can't direct it to either a Slough player or goalwards. It's out for a goal kick to Chesham United. So those 2 goals in the space of 2 quick minutes there for Chesham United have given them the lead here, and they didn't really trouble the Slough defence much in the first half. And then the Chesham fans now behind the goal are making a lot of noise here, getting behind their side. The Slough fans need to do exactly the same. As Jones takes this long kick, aimed again towards Watkins. Watkins up against Nisbet. Nisbet wins ahead of it, breaks through to Martin on the centre circle. Hits his ball at Pearce. Comes through to Watkins, into towards Hales. Hales just plays it out towards Taylor. Taylor tries to find Blake. Intercepted by Stonehouse, but comes through to the right back, Crilly. Crilly plays the ball forwards, looking for the run of Taylor, who couldn't get to it. And it goes into the arms of the Slough goalkeeper, Mark Scott. Basingstoke have equalised. Basingstoke 1, Dorchester 1. Let's see what else we've got. Bedford 2, Histon 2. Bedford 2-0 up in that game. Ball's here with Flood. Flood just on the edge of the barrel. Shoots, but it's deflected and goes through to Jones in the Chesham goal, who now starts to take his time with picking the ball up. And then launches his kick forward, trying to find Watkins. Watkins does well to win the ball, but one back by Togbell. Spreads it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse brings the ball forwards for Chesham. Closed down by Blake. Gives it to Dobson. Dobson cuts inside, trying to run with the ball. Dinked in towards Togbell. Stonehouse in towards Dobson. Dobson robbed of the ball by Blake. Ball played forwards, but Nisbet will come across for Slough and play it back to his goalkeeper Scott. And Scott just launches a long ball down. It's going to come through all the way to the captain, Pearce. Pearce just waits for James to chase him down and then cuts inside, plays the ball forwards. 2 Slough players go for it. It's one back by Togbell. Togbell tries to play the ball, but it's a little bit too far in front of Gavin James, and Chesham just let the ball roll out of play. Waste a little bit of time as it goes out for a goal kick. And Slough have gone from looking like a side that were going to win this game. They look like a side that's going to struggle to try and get back into it here, as Jones takes his time with this goal kick, making sure he finds that exact splade of artificial grass to clear the ball. As Jones, long kick down here, again aimed towards Watkins. Watkins up against Nisbet. Watkins wins the header, but only comes as far as Togbell. Togbell towards Dunn. Back towards Nisbet, in towards Togbell. Togbell in towards Dobson. Dobson leaves it, but Martin comes in. Dobson tries to come back for Slough. Ball comes towards Dunn, in towards Dobson. Dobson dinks the ball over to Flood. Flood takes the ball on his chest, tries to spread it out on the far hand side. It will come through to Fraser. Fraser in towards Flood. Flood being forced back away from goal, in towards Warren Harris. Now going backwards away from the goal that they need to be attacking. Back out towards Nisbet. Spreads it out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse cuts inside Blake. Back towards Nisbet. Nisbet and Hicks alongside Scott, the only players in the Slough half. Ball played forwards to Dunn. Gives it away to Watkins. Up towards Barry Hales. Scored that first goal. Watkins inside the centre circle. Holds the ball up. Back towards Hales. Tried to find Pearce on the far hand side, but well spotted there by Fraser, who plays it back to his goalkeeper Scott. 16 minutes of the second half gone. Slough 1, Chesham 2 is the score here from Arbour Park. Scott, long ball down. Headed away by Longdon. It'll break here to Adam Martin. Martin trying to set Pearce through, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Slough just inside the Chesham half, is it? Oh no, it's been kept in. I thought it had gone out of play. Scott with the ball at his feet. The Slough goalkeeper plays it forward, trying to find, and then a bit of luck there. The ball just ricochets off the head of Crilly into the arms of the Chesham goalkeeper Jones. Jones again, long ball forward trying to find Watkins. Watkins up against Hicks this time. Hicks wins the header. Comes through to Flood. Flood into the ball to Warren Harris. Harris on that right hand side. Up against Longdon trying to break down the side. Longdon gets a touch. It's out for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Fraser. Fraser being forced backwards. It'll come out to Nisbet. Nisbet plays a lovely ball in here though to Dunn. Dunn waits, gives it to Dobson. Dobson turns, brings the ball back, trying to go away from goal. He's being forced wide, trying to get the ball onto his left foot. Gets it onto his left foot. Shoots from distance. Oh, what a good save there by Ashley Jones, the Chesham goalkeeper. Full stretch, gets a good strong arm to the ball. It's a corner to Slough from that Dobson shot from the edge of the area. It's now an in-swinging corner for Slough. Dobson goes across to take it for the Rebels. And Slough just making a little bit of movement. Goes in near post, headed away by Hales. Comes back out towards Dobson, takes it on his chest. Closed down by Pearce. Pearce gets a block on the cross. It comes through to Harris. Harris dinks the ball in, headed away by Chesham. Then further headed away by Nisbet. It will come through to Togwell. Togwell chips the ball forward, trying to find Dan Hicks, but then hooked clear by the right back Crilly, only as far as Stonehouse. Lovely touch by him in towards Dunn. Dunn just fouled there by Watkins. It's a free kick. And Watkins is just going to get a talking to, I think, from the referee, just for a couple of fouls that he's made. And it's a free kick to Slough. It's a couple of yards away from the side touchline, but around about 25 yards away from the goal. Dobson standing over this free kick. Just a break in play here while the referee has a word with Watkins, the Chesham number 10. And Slough with several substitutes warming up on that far hand side as we wait for this free kick to come in. Referee Mr. Brennan just making sure that the one-man Chesham wall of Ryan Blake is back 10 yards. Dobson standing over this free kick for Slough. Goes deep to the far post. It's gone past everyone. It's been kept in on the far hand side. It will break through to Warren Harris. Harris does well to keep the ball in. Tries to get the cross back into the goal. It's headed away. Oh, it's Hicks in the end who has a header. And Slough appealing for a corner. And someone's going to get a yellow card. Adam Martin is the ex-Slough player, gets a yellow card for, I would guess his dissent would be my prediction there. On 65 minutes. The ball did actually come off Hicks last. It's gone out for a goal kick. And Jones will take this goal kick for Chesham. And Jones, long kick forwards. Nisbet wins the header. It will fall through to Warren Harris. Harris with the ball, robbed off it by Taylor. Taylor now running with the ball, plays it back out towards Pearce. Pearce scored that second goal, spreads it to the left back Longdon. Longdon unmarked can bring the ball forward. He's got the ball stuck in his feet. Dinks the ball out here to Blake, who made a run to that far hand side. Blake will keep the ball in by that far corner flag. Up here against ball. Oh, a terrible touch there by forward to Watkins from Stonehouse. Togwell puts his body in the way, comes through to Dobson, back towards Togwell. Togwell clears up towards Dunn. James. James with a good clearance comes back towards Dobson. Dobson being chased here by Hales. And Watkins is adjudged to have fouled Dobson. It's a free kick. And Pearce just stands in front of the free kick, waiting, stopping Slough, taking it quickly. Comes out though, the free kick taken quickly by Slough. Oh, it's put Fraser under real pressure on that far hand side. It looks like Pearce and Blake have swapped sides for Chesham. So Pearce now on the right, Blake on the left. Ball with Nisbet. Nisbet trying to find Dobson. Up towards Crilly. Crilly beaten to the ball and pushed in the back there, but it's a throw to Chesham United. And I think you're going to see a substitution pretty soon on the Slough bench. Looks like, I would guess, Charlie Moon may be the player coming on by the looks of it. We'll see what that is in a second. As Chesham have this throw deep inside their own half. And long throw there by Crilly. Headed away well by Togwell. Breaks into the centre for Martin. Martin, his header comes across to Longdon. Longdon clears up towards Watkins. Watkins does well, takes it on his chest. Back towards Hale, score of the first goal for Chesham. Goes back to Adam Martin, just recently, but plays it towards Crilly. Crilly does well to keep the ball in on that halfway line. Dinks the ball over here, trying to find the run of Ryan Blake. His offside is Blake. And you're going to see a substitution for Slough on the far hand side. Chris Flood is the player coming off. And Charlie Moon is the player coming on. That substitution on 67 minutes. So Charlie Moon on for Chris Flood. Chris Flood in his third game still hasn't scored for Slough. And Charlie Moon, second leading goal scorer alongside James Dobson. And it's a free kick to Slough, halfway inside their own half. Ball with Mark Scott. Scott looks up and then plays the ball wide, looking for Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Longdon, but Longdon's header can't be kept in. It's out for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Fraser towards Togwell. Back towards Fraser. Fraser needs an option. Togwell makes that run for him. Dinked into the box to James. James finds Warren Harris, but Harris, can he keep it in? He can keep it in. Ball comes through to Charlie Moon, and Mitchell King comes across for Chesham to play the ball out. It's a corner to Slough. In swinging corner for the Rebels. Again, Hicks and Nisbet will go forwards for this corner for Slough. Dobson standing over this corner. The Slough fans making a little bit of noise here. Slough just organising themselves inside the box. As Dobson just whips it in towards the far post. It's headed away by the captain Purse, and it's gone out for a throw on the far hand side to Slough. Still Slough 1, Chesham 2 here. We're halfway through the second half. Quick throw by Slough towards Gaffin James. Holds the ball up on the byline. Tries to turn. It's cleared in the end by Chesham, but Sean Fraser will try and get the ball. And keeps the ball in just inside his own half. Only left with Togwell. Chips the ball out on the far hand side, finding Warren Harris. Harris just controls the ball. Plays it back towards Togwell. Togwell being closed down here by Watkins. Togwell with the ball forward. Up towards James. James heads it. Trying to find the run of Warren Harris. Excuse me. But a little bit too far in front of Harris. It's a throw to Chesham United. Chesham with the throw with Longdon on that far hand side. Trying to find Hales. It'll come through to Fraser. Fraser's adjudged to a foul by Watkins. Watkins is going to get a yellow card here for persistent fouling, I would guess. As he's just... It's a soft little foul on Sean Fraser here. And Watkins just can't believe that he's getting booked, but Watkins will be the second Chesham player to go into the referee's notebook. He gets a yellow card on 70 minutes. Slough have a free kick roughly 10 yards inside their own half, but right by that byline. Again, Dobson will be the player taking it. Watkins just being shown that yellow card now after all that time. And Slough, we wanted to try and get back into this game with this big crowd here today. They don't want to see them go home disappointed. Dobson's ball is headed clear by Martin, only as far as Togwell. Togwell flicked ball in towards Nisbet. Comes out onto the way. Comes to Dunn. Dunn's just fouled. And some of the Chesham players seem to think that's a dive, but it's a free kick to Slough. It's almost on the D of the penalty area here. Dobson just making sure that Adam Martin is the player that's being spoken to. He's already got a yellow card just 5 minutes ago, and they've called over Darren Purse, the Chesham United captain, just to have a word. Pearce trying to get involved here, but I think that's a final warning for Adam Martin. And to be honest, it's not for the fact that he made the tackle, it's for his reaction after the tackle. It's that's what he's being warned about, is for dissent. And Chesham will not want a player going off, getting sent off for something as silly as dissent. It is a free kick to Slough, roughly 21 yards away from the goal. I reckon it's literally just outside the D of the Chesham penalty area. It is quite a central position. Dobson and Nisbet standing over it, but I think that Dobson will be the person that will take this free kick. Togwell standing close to it as well. 5-man Chesham wall. Hicks is standing in the wall, just getting a push in the back. That's twice that Hales has pushed Hicks in the back here. It's a 6-man Chesham wall. Hicks just trying to join in the wall. As this ground looks absolutely amazing under the floodlights. Dobson comes up to take this free kick. Oh, he chips it high, wide and over the bar, and that's not what we expect from James Dobson. He was scoring those kind of goals so easily last season. And we're going to see a second substitution for Slough. And it's Dobson going off, I think. It is. Dobson goes off, and coming on is Lewis Putman. And that's on 74 minutes. So that substitution is Lewis Putman on, James Dobson off. Oh, Chesham are going to do the substitution. Barry Hales is coming off. And I missed who was coming on. Who's coming on? Youngs is coming on 14. So Barry Hales, scorer of that first goal for Chesham, which has gone back into this game, leaves the field. Youngs has come on for him. As Jones takes this goal kick. Watkins jumps up well, but heads it away from goal towards Togwell. Togwell towards Harris. Beats into the ball by Pearce. Pearce's ball now. Stonehouse in a foot race, but that's an easy chase for Paul Stonehouse to get to. And it's a throw to Slough right by their 18-yard line. Stonehouse will take this throw, trying to find Moon. Moon beaten to the ball by Crilly. Ball comes through to Togwell in the centre. Togwell just pushed off the ball there by the substitute Youngs, and I can't believe that he's looking at the referee to say, what did I do, referee? Clear push in the back. It's a free kick to Slough Town, taken quickly by Nisbet towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse immediately under pressure from Blake, back towards Nisbet. Oh, Nisbet just played a ball down. It's absolutely aimless. Charlie Moon tries to chase it to keep it in, but it's out for a goal kick, and Moon will kick the ball back to Jones, the Chesham goalkeeper. We've got 15 and a half minutes left of this game here at Arbour Park. Slough staring a defeat in the face. It's Slough Town 1, Chesham 2. Not the way that Slough would want to start 2017, but Chesham have been their bogey side for so long. Their last victory coming in April 2000 as Watkins out jumps Nisbet. Watkins is adjudged to have fouled. He's already on a yellow card, and again 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. If to be honest, I can't see how the referee can get it either way. They're going to let Mark Scott take the free kick for Slough. Scott with this free kick aimed towards Warren Harris. He flicks the ball on, trying to find Charlie Moon. Moon can't get there. He's held off well by the captain Pearce, and Jones comes out for Chesham to gather the ball. Some fireworks go off in the near vicinity, not in the ground obviously, but around, as Jones long kick high in the air, trying to find the substitute Youngs. Youngs wins the header. It's flicked on by Nisbet. Comes out though towards Dunn. Harris with the flick on, but only as far as Longdon. Longdon plays the ball out here to Pierce. Scored that second goal, and at the moment, the important ball. Code out to Watkins. He just chips it in towards Young. Young overrun it. Headed clear by Adam Martin towards Sean Fraser. Sean Fraser's ball to Togwell. Togwell's ball cleared. It's come out to Longdon, the left back. Only as far as Fraser. Fraser dings it into Warren Harris. Harris does well. Gives it to Fraser, who's on the overlap. Fraser charges in. Ball comes through though to Crilly, and Crilly plays the ball forward. Watkins is in onside position, and Nisbet has had to come across for him, and Hicks is holding him off the ball, and good play there by Slough defensively, and ball back with Mark Nisbet, but he's just got the ball at his feet. Needs an option. His option has to be his goalkeeper Scott, and Scott just looks up, plays a long ball forward, trying to find Gavin James. Beat into the ball by Pearce, who's comes through to Ryan Blake. Blake flicks the ball forwards, only as far as Nisbet, who heads it forwards. Only as far as Martin. Martin does well, takes it on his chest and then chips the ball forwards, but the Chesham players had all stopped running. It comes through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal. Scott just brings the ball 15 yards outside of his box, plays it forward, again looking for Ron Harris. Again Harris wins the ball, comes through to Charlie Moon on the edge of the penalty area. He's got James in there, comes through to Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn just overruns it. It's cleared in the end by Pearce. Only comes as far as Fraser. Fraser just chips the ball out towards Warren Harris. It comes off the leg of Longdon. It's a throw to Slough. Slough putting some pressure on with these 13 minutes of the game left to go. Fraser with a throw. Finds Charlie Moon in the box. Moon flicks it towards Gavin James. Gavin James inside the box, holding the ball up, trying to get to the byline. Trying to get through. Gets there and, he kicks it across the goal. But Jones, the goalkeeper, just puts his arms up and grabs the ball, plucks it out of the air. And that is the end of that Slough attack. And Jones will just keep the ball and just slow it down, and then chips a lovely ball out here towards Ryan Blake. Blake does well to control it, just puts himself under pressure though. Ball won by Putman. Back out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse looks up, being forced to run inside. Gives it to Dunn. Dunn towards Togwell. Togwell just filling in at left back here at the moment. Chips the ball forwards, but that's asking a lot of Lewis Putman. It's out for a throw to Chesham United. Slough Town 1, Chesham United 2 is the current score. Let's see if we can find some scores from around some of the other ones. As the throw comes through. It comes through to Togwell. Togwell just loops the ball up. Chippenham have got an equaliser. Chippenham to Froome 2. Ball's in the centre. Stonehouse trying to play the ball. He's played it out of play. Weymouth 3, Cirencester 0. As Chesham with this throw, just going to take their time with it. Long throw, aimed to Watkins. Watkins, ball comes through to Youngs. Back out towards Watkins. Watkins here to the left back, right back. So Crilly. Crilly does well, but then loses it, overruns it into the path of Putman. Putman gets the ball back from Togwell. Putman with a chance to run at the Chesham defence. Does well. His only shirt pulled there, referee. Oh my word. Now Taylor should get a yellow card here, because Taylor was the one pulling his shirt. And I think he is going to get a yellow card for dissent. He is. Taylor gets a yellow card. He was clearly pulling the shirt of Lewis Putman there. And his reaction to the fact that he got caught up by it was crazy. He went... And Slough have a free kick. And Slough just being told to bring the ball back a couple of yards. Stonehouse over this free kick for Slough. Plays the free kick into the box. Nisbet trying to get to it. It's been headed clear only as far as Togwell. Togwell wins the ball for Slough, but Blake gets there first. Great play by Blake. The two of them, Blake and Togwell, still going for it. Nisbet with the clearance. Oh, just heading to our position there, but thankfully over our heads. And now for a throw. So Chesham under a lot of pressure here at the moment, but still leading here 2-1. And the throw comes in towards James. James just bursting through to the goal, but all the Chesham bodies are just playing the ball. Ball comes through to Watkins. Watkins onside. It's 1 against 1. He's got 2 in the box if he wants to use them. Watkins still with the ball. Oh, he just overruns it, and great defending by Hicks there, and then Nisbet plays the ball. It comes off Watkins and goes out for a goal kick. And Slough just living dangerously here. Chesham with every man literally behind the ball, apart from Watkins whenever they have it. Long kick by Scott, aimed again for Harris. Harris can't win the ball. Headed away by Longdon, only as far as Togwell. Togwell gets a free kick there. It's a bit of a strange one. He did duck down to head the ball, but free kick given for high feet. And Slough have a free kick 10 yards inside the Chesham half. Fraser standing over this free kick. As looks like Scott's trying to come forward. A bit too early for him. Still got 9 minutes left. Fraser's free kick goes towards the box. Hicks heads it towards goal. It's headed away by Watkins. Only as far as Putman. Putman's ball into the box. James trying to get there, but it comes through to the goalkeeper Jones, who does well and relieves the pressure. Good afternoon to Tequila Shark NJ and to Craig Minter who are listening. It's Slough Town 1, Chesham 2 is the score, as Jones with this long ball forwards, headed away by Hicks, but it will come through to Taylor. Taylor spreads it out to the score of the second goal. Pearce just trying to run through, runs into a brick wall of Slough players. Slough win the ball back. Nisbet tries to play the ball forwards. Comes through to Chesham left back Longdon, who does really well. Plays the ball forward, headed away by Fraser. Comes through to ex-dribble Adam Martin. Again, Fraser heads the ball forwards. He breaks in the centre circle to Putman. Putman does well to control it. Now running on that right-hand side at the Chesham defence. Trying to go past Longdon. Oh, he's gone past him. He breaks into the box. He's travelled 30 yards over, and then some great defending by the left-back Longdon. Does really well. Plays it up here to Watkins. Chesham looking to run on the counter-attack. Great challenge there by Dan Hicks. It's a throw to Chesham on the far-hand side. I make it, we've got 8 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on. There was that stoppage early in the second half of the head injury to Darren Pearce. And Chesham just going to take their time with this throw on the far hand side. Longdon with the throw. Looks for Watkins, and Watkins just flicks the ball, but can't get it goalwards. It's out for a throw to Slough. So Slough take the throw quickly, throw it all the way back to goalkeeper Scott. Scott just bringing this ball forwards for the Rebels. 10 yards outside of his box. Plays the long ball forward. Again trying to find Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Longdon. It'll be a throw though to Slough just inside the Chesham half. There'll be another third and final substitution for the Rebels. Is it Stonehouse coming off? It is. Paul Stonehouse is the player to be sacrificed. Coming on is 18. Nathan Webb is the player coming on. That substitution, I make it, is... my maths is really bad. 83 minutes, I make that. Substitution for Slough is Nathan Webb on for Paul Stonehouse. So Slough really trying to throw everything they can at this. Harris dinks a little header into the path for James. James tries to play it into the box. It will come back out to Webb. Webb's first touch on the right hand side, edge of the box. Still got the ball at his feet. Just looking for an option. Still there with it. Tries to play it. Gets the ball back. Trying to turn. Oh, trying to play the ball into Warren Harris. Low cross. Oh, it stinks over the bar by Charlie Moon. And although he got first to the ball, he just couldn't get it goalwards. It's out for a goal kick to Chesham United. We make 6 minutes left to play, plus whatever the referee will add on for stoppages. This big crowd here of 918 witnessing a very good game, but not a good game for Rebels fans. Slough 1, Chesham 2. Is the current score as Jones takes his goal kick. Aims, won by Hicks, comes through to Dunn. Dunn in the centre circle, trying to play it through here for the run of Gavin James. Gavin James up against Darren Pearce. Pearce goes back to his goalkeeper Jones. Jones under a little bit of pressure, plays the ball high into the air. Underneath it is Hicks. Hicks' header will come through to Pearce. Score of the second goal. He's going to try and release Watkins. Watkins has got Youngs in the middle if he needs it. Oh, he's trying to keep it himself. And then he gets, he's still got the ball somehow, but he's being forced way back from goal. Plays it out towards Taylor. Taylor out towards Pearce. Pearce finds a substitute Youngs. Youngs running into that corner. Trying to keep hold of the ball. Back here towards Taylor. Taylor just shrugs off the challenge of Nathan Webb. Just runs down, and then Slough do win the ball back with Nathan Webb. He's just under a bit of pressure. Gives it to Harris. Harris clears only as far as Martin. Martin header goes all the way towards Young. Slough just try and clear and get it through Warren Harris in towards Togwell. Togwell spreads to Putman. Oh, but well read there by the right back Krillig. Really good play by the right back, and now he's going to bring the ball forward. Slough without a natural left back. Dunn has to come across for Slough. Plays the ball forward here to Putman. Putman with a chance to run. Just comes across past. Oh, and he's given the ball away to Taylor in the centre circle, and plays the ball forward, looking for Watkins. Watkins is onside if he wants to struggle to get there. He does struggle. Oh, he tried really hard to get there, but couldn't keep it in. And it's a throw to Slough, taken quickly by Hicks towards Scott. Scott towards Fraser. Fraser just had the ball played a little bit behind him. Plays the ball forwards up towards Moon. Moon trying to flick the ball on, but there was no one to flick it to. Slough just too many players behind the position. Back towards Fraser. Does well to take it down. Gives it to Nisbet. Nisbet up towards Webb. Just a lazy ball there. Got one well kept in by Warren Harris. Back towards the Webb. In towards Harris. Harris with a chance to run at the Chesham defence. Youngs is in front of him. Harris blocked by Fraser. Fraser in towards Togwell. Togwell now in the centre circle. Oh, he tries to spread it. And it was a dangerous ball. Blake almost intercepted it, and because he tried to go for it, two Slough players stopped, and the ball's gone out for a throw to Chesham United. Crilly with the ball. It's a throw into Chesham. We've got 3.5 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on. Crilly with this throw. Dunn comes across and wins header, but it falls kindly to Ryan Blake. Oh, great tackle by Nisbet. Oh, I thought it was a great tackle. The linesman here on this near hand side seems to think it's a free kick, and it is a free kick to Chesham United. And Chesham will take their time with this free kick here. So Chesham just with Pearce and Blake standing over this free kick. 3 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on. Looks like Pearce is going to put the ball in. Chesham keeping 5 men back here for this free kick. Pearce standing over it. Pearce will aim to the far post. Scott comes out, catches the ball well. Now we'll try and get Slough on the attack. Rolls it out into the path of Dan Hicks. Hicks will bring the ball forward. Closed down by Ryan Breaks. Goes forward. Still got the ball at his feet. Into the path of Dunn. Slough on the attack. In towards James. James into the path. Oh, but he's just played it a little bit too far. And Pearce, the captain, plays it in towards Jones. And Dunn can't get there. Only as far as Togwell, though. Togwell in towards Nathan Webb. Webb plays the ball in towards Gavin James. He's had a good game for Slough. Tries to turn on the edge of the box. Still running at the defence. Plays the ball across. And then it's a chance for Longdon, the left back, to clear. Up towards Blake. Blake on that left hand side now. Slough put a foot into tackle. Win the ball back. Back with Dunn in the centre circle. Dunn just being forced away by Youngs. To Togwell. Out towards Putman. Putman goes past Pearce. Comes inside onto his right foot. Has to spread the ball out towards Fraser. Fraser to Warren Harris, and a great challenge there by Longdon. Wins the ball back, and it's gone all the way down the line. Mark Scott will keep the ball in on that far hand sideline. Just gets the ball at his feet. Watkins will come and try and close him down. Ball played forward, headed away by Longdon in towards Pearce. Hooks away, and it will come through to the feet of Mark Scott. Scott takes a touch, plays the ball forwards, trying to find Warren Harris. It's come through. It's a free kick against Slough too. So Chesham have got a free kick for a foul by Warren Harris. Ironmaker got a minute and a half left plus whatever the referee adds on. Slough Town 1, Chesham 2 here, and Chesham will make a final substitution. Pearce knew he was being substituted because he's just run all the way to this near touch line to waste a little bit of time. Pearce is the player that goes off. Scorer so far of the winning goal, being replaced here by Taylor McKenzie, I think was the number. I can't remember if it's 15 or 16 that came on. 89th minute this substitution, so it's just down to whatever the referee adds on. So Slough struggling here in 2017 for this first victory. Chesham have come with these 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. Pearce, who's the goal scorer of that second goal, has now left the field. And his team have just got to hold out now for 30 seconds plus whatever the referee adds on. Jones with this long ball forward, trying to find Youngs. Youngs trying to keep it in. Oh, he does well. Gets the ball and keeps it on the byline. Plays it back in towards Watkins. Watkins gone to the corner flag. So now trying to win the ball back. Some good play there by Watkins. Just using his strength to hold the ball up. Does really well. Comes off him though last. It's a throw to Slough. Slough with a throw on right by the corner flag. Chesham just making sure that Slough don't come any further. Throwed it across the goal towards Scott. Scott being closed down by Blake. Scott comes across, takes a touch and then launches the ball down. Moon trying to play the ball forward. Only as far as Mitchell King. Ball comes out, his clearance though comes as far as Fraser. Fraser in towards Nathan Webb. Webb plays the ball. Nisbet playing up front. Dan Hicks playing almost up front. But the header goes through to the Chesham goalkeeper Jones. And it looks like Dan Hicks is going to play as almost a third striker here for the Rebels. We played 30 seconds of injury time. Whatever the referee adds on it's in hands of Slough. It's Fraser with the header. It's come back behind him and Watkins wins the ball. He's played it on the far hand side here to Taylor. Taylor will just run into the corner, but no, he cuts inside. He cuts inside again. Tries to play it into Blake. Blake in by the Fox, trying to get a touch, shoots and blasts it high and wide, and it'll waste. Mark Scott just jumps over the hoardings here just to get the ball back. He just clumps into 2 Chesham fans, one who refused to give the ball back. Scott with this long kick forwards, flicked on by Hicks. It comes off the head of Mackenzie, and it's a throw to Slough, taken quickly by Hicks towards Putman. Putman looks up, his cross is blocked by Martin, so another throw for Slough. Taken quickly towards Togwell. Togwell just being forced back, just plays the ball in, looking for James. And the goalkeeper Jones climbs high and gathers the ball. And then dives on top of the ball there. And Jones just will wait a second. A minute and a half played of extra time. Rolls the ball out only as far as Warren Harris. Harris in towards Gavin James. Gavin James tried to hold it up to go through. And then it's cleared by Mitchell King. It's come off Warren Harris. It's a throw to Chesham. Chesham just killing this game off here. Slough looking to head to another defeat here. Chesham looking to hold out their fans, making some real noise behind that goal. It's Longdon with the throw for them. Trying to find the run of Youngs. Youngs up against Nisbet. Nisbet wins the ball in towards Fraser. Dunn slips. And now Chesham has a chance to break with Blake. Oh, but a good challenge by Nisbet. Comes back in though to Watkins. Watkins sets in the right back Crilly. Crilly just goes back to Watkins. Watkins just puts his foot in it. Trying to play it back in towards Crilly, who's on the overlap. But Nisbet's there for Slough to clear up. Keeps the ball in. Up towards Putman. Putman on this left-hand side. In towards Togwell. So Chesham think the ball had gone out. Ball will come out to Webb. Watkins too busy arguing with the linesman. Should be getting back and helping defend. The ball's with Webb. Up towards Harris. Looking for Hicks. Hicks is cleared ball by Mitchell King. It's out for a Slough throw. It's gone into the away dugout. And Nathan Webb gets it at pushing a couple of Chesham substitutes on out of the way. Quick throw. Trying to be headed on. Flicked onto Warren Harris. Comes through to Dunn. Dunn in towards Moon. Moon back heels it. Purse is there for Chesham. And ball comes back in towards Moon. Moon gets a chance to shoot. It's a good save though by Jones in the Chesham goal. A really good save. It's hit well by Moon from the edge of the area. And Jones will just take his time here with this kick out. 3.5 minutes of added time played on already. How long is the referee, Mr. Brennan, going to play? Ball's played out to Watkins. Watkins does well. Holds the ball up, but Slough win it back. But it's coming back through to Taylor. Taylor in towards Longdon. Longdon with the ball forward. Youngs has got to be offside. He is. And it's a free kick to Slough. Slough look like they're going to leave it for Scott to take. Everyone going forwards. It's going to be a third and final substitution on the far hand side for Chesham United. Ryan Blake is the man coming off. Coming on is Stephen Hamilton Forbes. Banbury are leading Leamington 1-0, but it means that Slough will miss out even bigger on that as Ryan Blake goes off now. So it's a free kick as this substitution just takes place. Hamilton Forbes is the player coming on. Slough have a free kick about 15 yards inside their own half. Mark Scott is the player standing over this free kick. Slough have got everyone forwards apart from Togwell. Plays into the box by Scott. So I'm looking for a header. It's been headed clear. It's hooked clear though by the substitute Hamilton Forbes. Only comes as far as Togwell. Togwell will play it back in towards Scott. Scott now almost inside the centre circle for Slough. Just chips the ball forward, trying to find Hicks. Hicks beat into the ball. It will come out towards Putman. Putman it's back towards goal, just being forced wide. Loses the ball. Chesham have the ball with the right back Crilly. Crilly plays the ball forward. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell 10 yards inside the Slough half. Looks up, plays a long ball down. Oh, it's easily headed away though by Watkins. Only comes as far as Fraser. Fraser spreads it out here to Nathan Webb. Webb. Oh, he's taken a really poor touch. It's gone out of play. We've had 5 minutes of extra time so far played by the referee. I don't know if this referee, he could play until tomorrow and Slough still wouldn't score. And Chesham just taking their time with this throw. Longdon with the throw. Referee hasn't put his whistle to his lips, and then Fraser's just hooked the ball straight out and play into that new stand. And Slough looking for another ball. That's another ball lost up there. Longdon with this throw for Chesham into the 51st minute. Watkins does well to flick the ball on, only as far as Fraser. Fraser in towards Dunn. Dunn with a long ball forwards, trying to find Hicks, headed away by Crilly. Come into the centre where Togwell does well to win the ball. But first back to the ball was Chesham. It's come through to Putman. Putman just fouled, but it's come through to Togwell. Togwell towards Dunn. Dunn tried to spread it here to Hicks. Hicks just can't get to the ball. Crilly with the clearance. And it's deflected into the path of Nisbet. Nisbet inside his own half, plays a ball forward, trying to find Warren Harris. Great defending there by Longdon, and that's the final whistle here at Arbour Park. It's finished Slough Town 1, Chesham 2. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. On the 54th and 50th minute for Chesham United have given them a victory here And that hoodoo goes on again for Slough. They still can't beat Chesham United in the league. The last victory in April 2000. The pain goes on for the Rebels fans. And you've got to say that those 2 goals really dented the confidence of the Rebels. And they really didn't look like scoring at any time during that second half. And it's gone through. And Chesham have walked away here with the 3 points. So the Chesham players just go to their fans, who I've got to say have been fantastic here today. Big crowd here of 918. It's not been the result that the Rebels have wanted, but as it is the final score. Chesham won here 2-1 away to Slough, to Arbour Park. Slough just disappointed there. Sean Fraser will be mightily disappointed that his 200th game hasn't resulted in a victory, as the Cheshire fans in good voice here get clapped their players off the field. So just a reminder that this Saturday, isn't it? Sorry, it's Monday today, isn't it? Saturday coming is the 7th. We are away to St Ives. We'll have you live coverage from that game with hopefully a better result. Then after that, there is a game on Tuesday away to Cinderford. Again, this is a voluntary position. If we can get the time off, then hopefully we will make our way back to Cinderford. If not, then the next one will be the Saturday after, which is the 14th, where we are away to Biggleswade. Let's see if we can just see if there's a score from the Leamington game, if it's still... Leamington did lose in the end 1-0, so Slough haven't gained upon that. I think that Hitchin were 3-1 up the last I heard. Cambridge City 2, Kettering 3, so Kettering have come from behind to do well. Final score was Biggleswade 1, Hitchin 3, so Hitchin will now be in second place. And there you go. So Slough have missed out on the chance of closing the gap on the leaders here with this defeat here at home to Chesham United. Thank you all for joining us. Wish you all the very best again for a happy new year. We'll be back on Saturday for the game against St Ives. So until then, please enjoy the rest of your week. Apologies, it wasn't the result that you wanted, but there you go. So we've got a few jobs to do, so I'm going to clear off now and help out with some of the physical works. But thank you all for listening, and we'll speak to you again on Saturday for the visit of St Ives. Guess what? I predicted a 2-1 defeat and James to score. Is that because you didn't think we had a score? Yep.